What's up?
What's up? So, I'm Gabby. What's your name?
Arnell.
Arnell.
Arnie
Cool.
Brown.
Arnell is a cool
Slash
name.
Arnie Brown, yeah.
It's kind of unique.
It is very unique.
Huh. Does it have a story?
I asked my father,
Yeah?
it's a true story.
Yeah.
I said, Dad, why did you name me Arnell?
Mm.
And he was like, I don't know. It sounded cool.
It does sound cool.
I looked up my name right before I moved to Japan in 2005.
Mm.
It's German in origin.
Huh.
My father's not German. My mom's not German. But it means eagle ruler.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Eagle ruler.
Eagle ruler, yes, yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, my name, Gabrielle, that's full name, right? Gabby, Gabrielle. Gabrielle.
Not Gabriella.
No.
No, okay.
That's what a lot of people think because my middle name starts with A. So they kind of look, if my name is written, they look at it quickly and they say, oh, Gabriella.
Right.
And even some family members call me Gabriella. Like my grandmother was Italian, so she would say Gabriella.
Okay.
And anyway, my real name is Gabrielle, and that means, the messenger of God, like in the Bible, the angel and all that. Yeah. But I like eagle ruler. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Arnell Brown from San Francisco, California.
Awesome.
Been in Japan 10 years.
Wow.
More or less, yeah. 10 years in Japan. Yeah, a decade
Cute.
in Japan. Doesn't feel like a decade.
So when you first came here, that was when I first came here, but I didn't stay. Yes. I didn't stay straight through.
Not me neither.
05
to 07.
Okay.
And then I took 6 months off back home. Then I came back in spring 08, and I've been here ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can do math.
Yeah.
That's what, 7 years nonstop?
What years?
Help me out.
Yeah.
08, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
7 years nonstop.
Woo.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It goes by really quickly.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, it's very nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Let's keep talking in the next one. Hey there, how you doing? I'm Gabby Wallace. This is a sample Go Natural English lesson from the special members course Fluent in 15. So you watched a conversation between my friend Arnell and myself. And now what I do in every lesson is you get to be like a fly on the wall, listening in on totally natural, unscripted American English conversation. And then you have me, your English teacher, to help you break down each point that's really interesting or helpful in the conversation so that you never are left feeling like you don't understand what's going on. And you can learn how exactly to say and use the phrases that I pick out that I think are going to be especially useful for you. After over 10 years of teaching English, I have a really good sense of what students, English learners from all over the world, find helpful. So if you're interested in joining the program, you can find out more at gonaturaleneglish.com/fluent15. That's FLUENT 15. Now, let's break down that conversation between Arnell and myself. I have some points written down here on my little whiteboard. So first of all, this conversation is really an introduction, and Arnell and I talk about our names. So I wanted to quickly mention about names in American culture. Arnell and I are both American, and so if you're from a country or a culture where you treat names a little bit differently, maybe your name has a special character like in Japanese or Chinese or anyway, names are different all over the world, right? So in American culture, we usually have a first name that's given to us by our parents, but we also have a nickname that often other people give to us or we choose on our own. So in the conversation, I mentioned that my given name is Gabrielle, but my nickname, as you probably know, is Gabby. Now, Americans usually have middle names as well, and those are also chosen by parents. Finally, we have a last name, which comes from our father's side of the family, right? Okay, and sometimes our names have meaning, sometimes they don't. What's really cool is that America is a big melting pot of different cultures, and sometimes we get names that have nothing to do with our family or our blood. It's just that our parents really like the name. So names are really important, and one of the questions that I asked Arnell is, does it have a story? So this is a great way to continue a conversation if you're learning about people's names. Like, is there a story behind your name? That's another way that we can ask the same question. Or you could ask, does your name have a special meaning? Okay, let me hear you say this. Does it have a story? Go ahead. All right, great. So this is a question that you can use in many different situations, not only when you're talking about names, but maybe if you learn that someone has a pet, you know, and oh, does it have a story, the way that you got your pets? Or I don't know, depending on the situation, you might think, oh, I could ask if there's a story behind that thing that I just learned, okay? Now, next, even some family. I know a lot of learners wonder about how to use this word even. Now, I don't mean like level. Level can be even, right? This ledge here is even, it's not tilted. But we can use even in another way to make a comparison or to emphasize. So when we say even some family, I said even some family members call me Gabriella. That means I can't believe it. I'm surprised. It's surprising that even some family members call me by a slightly different name. So if you want to emphasize that something is surprising, right, then use even, right? Maybe, for example, let's say even some, well, what would be surprising? Even some tourists think that Vietnam is a much safer place than they thought, right? I just finished writing a little story about how I'm traveling in Vietnam, and I found it to be very safe. People were very helpful to me, so I said even I could say also even though I thought Vietnam was not going to be as safe as, say, Japan, it is. It's very safe. Even some tourists think that Vietnam is safer than its reputation. Okay, those are a couple examples. Now another phrase, straight through, means without stopping. So Arnell and I were talking about how long we live in Japan, and we had both come to Japan in 2005, but Arnell, well, I thought Arnell stayed straight through from 2005 to 2015, but he actually surprised me and he said that he had left Japan and come back. So he had not stayed straight through. Ever since, so then we were talking about a period of time, maybe he said 2008, I think, and since that year, since 2008, he has stayed in Japan to the current time. So he said, I've been here ever since. So this is a short way of saying since 2008, ever since, okay? From then until now. 08, this is a really nice short way of saying the year 2008. So whenever you're talking about the years 2001 through 2009, sometimes people will say 01, 09, 08. So be ready to understand that, and you could use it too. It goes by quickly. We're talking about the time here. It goes by so quickly. So a really common theme that people talk about a lot is that time flies. It's even an idiom, right? Time flies. So you could say it goes by so quickly. If you've been living in the US for 5 years, it's kind of a long time, right? But you could say it goes by so quickly. Or if you're on vacation, right? You just have a week. It goes by so quickly. So this is a great phrase that you can use in many different situations. All right, so let me hear you say it. It goes by quickly. Awesome, that's great. So you have to repeat these phrases after me when you hear them because it will help your memory. And I have a lot more strategies to help you to remember these phrases so that you can use them when it matters. But those are inside the course, Fluent in 15. So I encourage you, you're invited to come join me and the awesome Go Natural English community. We have a secret forum on Facebook that you can join once you're a member of the course. And we practice together every day. We support each other. It's a great community. So where else are you going to find native conversation, a breakdown by your teacher, and an awesome community? Well, Fluent in 15 is a great place for all of that. So come join us. Find out more at gonaturalenglish.com/fluent15, FLUENT 15. Hope to see you in class. Bye for now.